anyway, but listen, here we go. This is the yen. So dollar yen, pound yen, Swiss yen, euro yen, Aussie yen, Kiwi yen, Nikkei, CAD yen. All right. So I said this yesterday that there was lots of people, well, a few people I saw who were crowing a bit that they had basically held their yen shorts into the weekend, and of course, price had bumped up, and they were all, very very happy about that and stuff, and crowing about how great they were. It, it, that is not my idea of trading. All right, and others might want to do that, but that is not my idea of being a disciplined, effective, and consistently successful trader. That is dicking about, basically. That is gambling, all right? And, it could have gone so easily the other way, regardless of the result, because it's about how the market responds to it and stuff. And so, yeah. So, you'll see lots of people crowing, and you might be giving yourself a hard time saying, well, why didn't I trade that? Why didn't I get into it and stuff? It's always easy in hindsight, especially when you look at these big moves, to sort of say, well, okay, this is what could have done. This is the way it this would have been the easy money, but it's always easy money in hindsight, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's absolute nonsense. It's utter nonsense. Okay, holding positions into major political events over a weekend, it's gambling. All right, that's my view of it. And ultimately, first and foremost, you are supposed to be a professional risk manager. All right, you're not an investment bank with deep pockets, okay, and an ability to hold positions for years. All right, you are a private trader. What gives you edge in terms of being nimble and adaptable and ability to change is also a weakness in terms of when a big juggernaut arrives like this, is just going to steamroll you. So if you missed out and you're feeling bad about it, don't. All right, don't. Okay, it was gambling. All right, holding positions into events like that. I know there'll be lots of people on there trying to tell you how great they are and how they did well out of it. Listen, fair play to them. But I'll tell you what will happen is you won't hear from them again, because what will happen is they'll double up next time such an event happens, and they'll be on the wrong side and they'll get absolutely battered, and you'll never hear about that. Okay, remember, your trading career should never come down to one day or one single trade. All right, this is about you being a professional risk manager who operates, VTP trader, right, a disciplined, effective, and consistently successful trader. That's where you want to be. All right. So anyway, nothing wrong in trading yen after the news, after those markets open, and certainly that's what we have seen there. Okay, certainly on the yen, that's what we have seen. We've seen that continuation of the kind of the sort of the weakness that's going on there. Okay, but even that, I think there will be somebody's going to be taking profit, especially as we run into the FOMC minutes. All right, over the that's tomorrow evening. Remember, with no major US economic data, you've got all the central bankers speaking, so markets will put more weight on their comments and add to that. So just tread carefully with that, okay? Just watch that. But certainly that yen weakness, as we said earlier, about bond traders have effectively, I think they've cut the likelihood of a Japanese rate hike by about 60%. That's just what we're seeing in terms of the kind of the effect that's had on the yen to batter that. So yeah, you live and learn, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to trading.